welcome back to RachandBellaCrafts. Rachel here. Today I'm going to show you how to make these little diaper fold pockets. Aren't they cute? So we've got some made up ready for you, just so you can see what we're going to be doing, and the different kinds of papers that you can use to make them, and different sizes. So we've got a large one here and different folds as well. So there's going to be a couple of different things to show you. So I'm going to start off with the basic fold, and we'll do one like this first. So let me just pop these over by there a second. And there's a little teeny tiny one. Okay, right, there we go. So you're going to need a square. Now there's lots of different types of paper, cardstock that you can use to do this. So these are your basic 6x6 fold cards or cardstocks. I've got some paper ones here too, which can be a little easier to fold. This is an Edith Holden book page that I've squared off. This is a slightly larger square cardstock, thin cardstock, and this is taken from one of our DigiKits. And I've again just cut that into a square. So I'm going to use those this afternoon as an example. So if you do want to craft along and want to grab yourself a couple of papers, hit pause now, and then come and pick up then where we're about to go. So I think we'll start with this one first. So for this one I'm just using a plain side on one side and a pattern on the other side, because there's just a few things that I want to point out to you along with the fold. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom corner up to the top corner, and when they meet, bring them down and then fold across the bottom to make a triangle. When you've done that, then you're going to bring this piece of paper, then this corner, back down so that it touches the bottom and is in line with the one above, and then we're just going to flatten that there. And then we're going to take this corner here, and this is sometimes easier done if you do it over the top, even though we're going to tuck it underneath, but it just allows you to see. So where the where this flap here meets this corner here, so if this is the bit I'm referring to here, we're going to pinch the paper or pop your nail on it and then fold on that, so you know exactly where you need to be folding. You're going to take this corner here across the top, so at the pinch and then across the top, and then you should end up then with a shape like that. Now just try to make sure that when you're folding, your paper doesn't go up over, because this is going to be your pocket in here, so this bit of paper here needs to be in line with or just underneath that that fold there. And then we're going to do exactly the same the other side. So again, just mark it with your nail, do a little pinch there so that you know the paper knows where it's got to go, and then I have to turn it so I can't see, and then bring it around and fold it into place. And then you just want to get your bone folder on there then, because we just really want to get rid of all that bulk. And then just pull those out, lift the flap up, tuck those bits that we've just done, your wings, tuck them in, do a little cross, and then bring your flap down. And that is your pocket. So that's the basic folding technique to make the pocket. This is the opportunity now, before you glue it in place, you will want to ink. So oh sorry, I had forgotten, I do apologize. It's entirely up to you, but you can round off the top edges. Now if you like your ends pointy, you can leave them pointy, but if you want to round them off, now is the time to do that. So just get those ends there, that one there you want to do, and this one down here. There we are, it's better. I knew I'd forget that bit. And then if you just want to give it a bit of ink, I couldn't think of the word then. Just want to ink it up, just around your edges, just to give a little bit of pop, a bit of pizzazz, a bit of aging, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And then if you want to just reopen this so that you can just do inside of this lip here, so you can see where the entrance to the envelope is. Because obviously if you're using heavily patterned paper, and if your folding's really good, you might not clearly see that. Yeah, and around the bottom. Now it's entirely up to you whether or not you want to ink these bits here. You may want to just leave that. If you're using paper with white backing, you may want to leave that and just let it blend into the background. And then you've got two choices now of what you can do. You can either just glue the whole flap down and then you've got your pocket in there, or you can simply put a dab of glue right on the end there, just a little bit there. My glue is a bit gunky today, so I've only literally just put it right on the nub, and then we're going to fold that down, let that stick, and then you'll have a tuck spot here and a tuck spot here, so you can have two little elements hanging out of there then. So that's the basic fold technique. That's the first type of fold. I'll show you some decorating ideas in a moment, but I want to just show you the different types of folding first. So that's the simple way for you to do that one. The next way that you can do it is to take your paper. Now when you've got paper with patterns on both sides, you might want to just think about where your paper will fold and what you want to see. So obviously with this one here it didn't really matter because it was just a nice botanical background, but with this one here, if I can, I'd like to try and incorporate that butterfly on the fold, so we'll have to see how much space we've got. Or if I was using that side, you might want to get a little bit of this nice printing on show as well. So you know, just be aware of that. So let's just take that one up there now, bring it down. I don't know what it is with these book pads, but they're not always dead on square. Or maybe it's just my bad folding. I don't think it is. But you want it to be square, so try your best to get it as square as possible. But I do think these sheets here is a case of one side or the other. Yeah, I thought as much. Okay. Let me just cut that off there, because it will annoy me and it'll be wrong. See, you can be as organised and as planned out as you want to be at the start, but there's always something gets in the way. Right, okay, so I can see now, it doesn't matter which way I fold that, I'm not going to catch that butterfly. You're not always going to get everything on show that you want to, but it's just something perhaps to be aware of. So the next thing we're going to do now again is just bring our point back down. So we've done our basic triangle shape, we brought our point back down, and we're going to fold our sides up again. So again, don't forget to pinch that point at the top there, bring the one wing over and just folding down, and then again the same, pinch that point there, let me just flatten that out, and then pinch in there, bring that over. Sorry, I've got to turn it this way when I'm doing this side because I can't put my head in front of the camera. And then that's that fold there. Now, with this one, I'm going to do something slightly different, and I'm going to do it slowly so that you can follow along. We're going to open this back out now, and we're going to take the sides that we've just folded, these here, and we're going to push them in, like a concertina almost. And that way, you don't have to have this bit here at the front showing. So again, it's all just a different design, a different way of laying it out. And then you simply have your pocket shaped like that. So you would then glue in here to glue these pieces into place here. You can leave your fold out, or further what you could do is you can then tuck the flap in. Now if you're going to do that, what I would advise you do is to fold it back up in half first. So I'm just going to go through that really slowly again so that I haven't lost you, because that was a lot of folding. So again, going back to the triangle shape here, we've brought the fold down. So now we've got a semi-pyramid. We've taken our wings across to get our mark lines so that we know where everything needs to sit. We now opened it back out, and now we're pushing the wings in, like so. Pushing that back up, and then just for ease, so that we can push this flap inside, I'm just going to fold that down first, because obviously there's a lot of paper sitting inside of this now, and then we just tucked it under. So I hope you got that. If not, rewind me. And there we go. So that's another way that you can do it. And then you don't have any then of the folds or flaps showing. And again, you just want to take your corner cutter and just pinch that off, ink it up a little bit. There we go. And there we have another neat pocket. So let's have a look at doing some different sizes then. So that's a 6 by 6 size. If we were to do it with a normal book page, so of course we're not talking about any particular size here, we just want it square. So you all know how to square off a oblong sheet of paper. Obviously you just take the one corner and fold off the other. You would probably have a piece like that on the end which you need to cut off and take away. So once you've done that, obviously you've already got your first fold then, haven't you, because you've done it to make your square. Simply bring that down. But I'm just going to look here because this is a better, again, thinking about what we're going to be looking at on the inside. I like that there rather than it just being plain. So, you know, try to work your folds to the advantage of what your pattern is on your paper. Again, we're just going to fold that down there. And again, then bringing our wings across the top. Don't forget to pinch at the corners. And then the same here. Pinch in there, just to make sure everything stays nice and square. Now this time, we're going to fold the folds to the back. Because then you're not going to have any bulk inside, and you're not going to have any bulk on the front. So all of that's at the back. Out of the way. Inside of there you've got a nice neat pocket, and then what you can do is take your front flap back up, bring your point halfway down, make sure it's in line, fold it and bring it down, and then we have a different shape again. And if I just ink that, it just makes it a bit easier for you to see. Oh, and of course trim my top off. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so if I just ink him a little bit, it just makes it the edges on you a little bit clearer so you can see what I've done. But those are 3 basic fold techniques that you can use in the variation, because you can do the standard fold at the front and have so you can do it this way, but use this lip over the front, so you could have folded that back underneath. It's all according how you want to decorate them then as well as to what you want left on the front. So let's say if you've got a particularly nice pattern on your paper, or perhaps if you had some nice flowers or something under there, you might not want to cover that, so that would be a good reason for you to then want to tuck your tab up. Or if you don't want that tab stuck out, again you can just fold it in if you wanted what was on show on the front. And again, that's just another alternative way of doing it. Okay, so let me just show you some that I made earlier on, and how the different ways in which you can embellish them. So I've been up to visit Mum today, and for the first time we've actually worked in her craft room, her new craft room, which has been nice. We did have a bit of a giggling fit in the middle of it, mine, but yeah, it's been great, and we've got lots done. So Mum's helped embellish these earlier on. So with this one, with the Tim Holtz card, we've just folded that in using the standard fold, and you can see we've put some book paper behind, which we've cut out using one of these, shaped one of those, and then we just added a little yo-yo and a button with some lace on there and a tab. So that's one idea that you can use. You can simply add on some circle cut designs again over some nice writing paper and put a little tab on the top of that. This one here, we left this one fairly plain, and we've gone with a larger cutout, and again with a nice crimped edge. These here are the Edith Holden ones, so again these are all slightly different. So with this one here we've put a grommet in the top and added a little bit of ribbon to that, and then down below here we've simply added a nice image here and a little bit of linen or fabric. This one here again, slightly different. We've just used a really nice attractive sticker on it and some well-placed book page behind it. There's a dictionary page behind. And then obviously added a nice collage tag with the bow. Again, this one here, we've used a rivet and made the 2 circles up, added one to the other, and again with a tag to match. Then we've got some larger ones that we've done. So let me just move these a second. Put those down by there so you can still see. This is a larger one that we've done earlier on. And we've used then collage in behind and added a fabric snippet. And there's this type. And we've simply added some lovely lace work onto that. Then looking at the different ways in which we can fold them, we then did this one, which is, I did this one slightly differently. So again, this is the one where I have folded the sides back into the pocket, but I've left the flap open. There is one more fold I need to show you just so you can see how I got that little bit of edge in there. I don't know if you can see, but obviously I've got a narrower flap coming down here, and then I've just used 2 grommets then to secure the pocket shut, and threaded a ribbon through the side of it. But where's my tag? There it is. There we are. I'll just use that in a second. So you see, it doesn't interfere in any way then in what goes in there. So you've got a nice, quite a large shaped pocket, but because we've made the space inside smaller by using the grommets, you know, your stuff's not going to fall about everywhere. So that was another option. And then this I folded using the alternate option, so with the wings have been pushed in again, but this time I've pushed the flap inside and again placed the grommet through, but my grommet this time doesn't go all the way through because it's not through the back. I've left this one just in the front, so if you wanted to use this for you know, like a gift bucket or something, or to put a card in for somebody, you know, at least then the back is intact. And we've just added a little ribbon and a tag on there, so you could use that to send somebody some happy mail, and then you can pop all your other little pockets inside, and that'd be quite nice. I know I'd be very pleased to open that up in my happy mail. So I'm going to just show you how I got that little fold there to work. Let me just pop those up in a minute, and let me get this piece of paper. So, no, I've already done that one. We want a fresh bit of paper, don't we? Okay, let's do it with this one. You can see what I'm doing on there because there's not so much pattern. So the other option that you can take is when you are folding up, don't take this fold all the way to meet the top triangle. Just bring it up, leaving about, I would say about 1 inch from the top. And then you should have obviously 1 inch gap then all the way down the side, just trying to make sure that's nice and square there. Which is not always the easiest with cardstock, but there we go. One fold makes everything easy. So you're going to start then with this shape where you've got, that's the back, the inside, and that's the front fold. Then we're going to fold our, I'm going to fold this down, oh, only halfway. We don't want it to come all the way down. And again, then just, now when you bring your sides up now, you're going to have to look at, obviously, this mustn't go over the top of this, because obviously it's a pocket, isn't it? So we don't want to be, you know, closing it in. So you need to line up then with this fold here, bring that wing in, and then just flatten them into place. And then the same this side, just making sure that doesn't go up over that edge there, so that we're not blocking the pocket. Again, then just take that down, and then we can lift that up, pop those underneath, and there we go. And that's how you get that shape where you've got those extra edges. Or or, because I do like to give you alternatives, again, you can fold it in. And then you've still got that shape. And then you get that little edge there. So if I'm just to ink, so that you can see that clearly. There you go. And then you can see then you've got that little bit of, which is quite nice. And then you can just add some rivets to that then. So let's just grab that in a second. Let me give that a go. And I've literally just punched through just onto the fold. Let me move my back a minute. There we go. Let's take that out of there. And then again, try to get that in line over here. I learnt something today at Mum's. I was flabbergasted because it's normally me teaching her stuff, but I did not know, oh look at that, I did not know that there was a lock on my crocodile. So if anybody didn't know that, on your crocodile is a little button and it's got a picture of a padlock on it. I clearly don't stand still long enough to look at it to have noticed that. And Mum's was locked when I went to use it today. I was like, oh, it's not your crocodile. And she went, no, it's locked. I was like, oh, there's a lock on it? But look at that. Because I put that in my caddy and it just falls everywhere because it's so heavy. But that I thought that was brilliant today. So that's my little my new little thing I've learnt today. And then somewhere on here, amongst all this stuff, I've got 2 of these. So you'll notice I'm not using any glue. Because why use glue and get all sticky when we don't have to? I'm just going to pop that into place there. And then I'm just going to pop that one in there. And then, oh, that was the other thing I was going to do. Just round that edge off. And then round that edge off there. Because I think it makes it when you round the edge off, doesn't it? Just sets it off a little bit. There we go. And then we just put a little bit of ink. Not too much, because it's a nice, ooh, pretty pink colour. And then a bit down the edge there, down the edge there, and down the edge there. And then to finish, a little dab of glue, and then we'll close that one up there. And then if you want to, then you can take a length of ribbon and fold that through your rivet. Not rivets, they are grommets as Mum calls them. And then bring it back through again to the front. And then put a little bow. My ribbon is a bit frayed. I do apologise. I had to cut a wider one in half because I didn't have any narrow ribbon. Well, I probably have somewhere. I just haven't managed to find it. Oh, that was a really messy bow. Oh, that's not good. Let me try that again. Okay. I have a tummy ache from having a laughing fit at Mum's. I got to be honest with you, I don't know when I laugh that much. You know, when you just can't stop laughing. She didn't even know what I was laughing at. I know what it was. She threw a mask at me that she'd found in the box. She bought a nice mask in the first lockdown, Kath Kidson one. But when it came, it had like the straps, like, you know, the ones with the, like almost like surgical straps. They got the 4 trails on it. And she couldn't put it on, so she hasn't used it. It was in her material box, and she threw it at me. And she went, "Oh, look, there's those nice straps on there." So of course I, being me, picked it up because I had to try it on, and it's got like a funny shape in the top of it to go around your nose, and I put it all upside down and stuck my chin in it. Well, Mum had missed that bit. She was talking to my dad, and I was just weak, sat there giggling to myself. I don't know, you know, when you just sometimes don't even know what you're laughing at. I was having a moment. Right, you're going to have to excuse my scruffy ribbon. I do apologise for that. And my bad bow. My fingers have gone funny now. But there we go. You get the idea. And then you can dress it up and make it as pretty as you like. So you can put a little bit of lace on there, or you can use some pretty gems. So you could decorate then down the edge using some of these lovely gems, which I know we've all got in our drawers, and just make it look super pretty. Obviously, just bear in mind, if you are going to use that fold as a tuck spot, be cautious about what you are placing down the side, because it'll get in the way. So you might not want anything too bulky, but if you're not worried about using the side as a tuck spot, then obviously embellish away. Let's put that one up there a minute. Oh, I just noticed I'm working on lines. How daft of me. It's good, so I can line them up. Great. Because I've driven Mum daft all afternoon, because she does everything symmetrically and I don't. We both have very different ways of doing things, which is quite funny and also nice, because it'd be boring if everything was the same, wouldn't it? Yeah, it certainly would. And that one there, I think. Oh, let's take that bit of glue off. There we go. And then if you want to add that on, add a bit of lace on there. I'm not going to stick that on there because my last one. I think I've said that in the last 3 videos now and I've forgotten to use it. So, but as I say, you can do all sorts of things then to embellish and decorate. I'm going to take that out because that's annoying me. That's really messy. I have to find a nice bit of thin ribbon. Of course, the other thing that you can do when you've added grommets even, is you can use, excuse me smooshing about. Let's use this little angel because she's quite cute. You can use your bulb pins to add a charm. So that's another way that you can then embellish. You can add lace to the front of them, all sorts of things. But I just think they're really charming. That's not going to go through there. Okay. I just think that they're really charming little little embellishments and pockets, and just great things to use to decorate your journals or for happy mail. So there we go. So that's that one there with the different fold. That's with our rivets. That's with our lace and our embellishments. I've run out of room. And then, oh, and I didn't show you the cutest ones. Here then I've got a really, really dirty one, because where I folded, I was going to use some of the digi paper, and I wanted to make a square. Obviously you always then end up with the cut bit, don't you? So I thought, I'm not going to waste that. So I managed to make 2 out of the cut bit, which gave me that size. And then I was left again then with a little bit on the edge, which was this big. So out of that, I managed to make one of those. How cute is that? So what you could do is you could stick one on top of the other, layer them up, or you could use them to decorate the page in a journal. So you could have a large one in the middle and then do lots of little ones around it, so it looks like a page talking all about mail and letters. But I think they're quite cute. You can get your fingers working in those shapes. So there we go. Let's see what you guys come up with. Post some pictures on, show me what you've been doing, and yeah, see how you get on. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today and watching the video. And I hope that you will, if you haven't already subscribed, hope you'll subscribe, and don't forget to press on the little bell so that you get notifications for any future videos we put up. Okay, take care everyone. Thanks very much. Bye now.